Hey everybody, it's me Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity, sending me some love, telepathically set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to Great Days. So today I'm going to go over maybe some health things, right? Because today is World Health Day. So I'm going to get into various different things that you can pretty much do for yourself to keep a stability and an equilibrium, right? And not contract over excessive corruption to the physical and the mental body. But let's get into this. So, let me see. Grounding. I'm going to start with grounding. Grounding is pretty much the best thing that anybody could do for themselves, because grounding is something that we all got to do. This is something that we're doing. We're not doing enough grounding, right? Because I went over the various different things that keep us from being able to properly live absolutely grounded, connected with the earth, and it goes into it goes really deep on how many different things there are factoring against our ability to be able to just connect ourselves to the earth within our daily lifestyle. By this I mean everything in our daily life and how we have made it to be societally is working against our connection and our absolute groundedness. So for example, the way shoes are designed, they're designed with rubber solings. The rubber is an insulator. We have chakras at the bottom of the foot, which is supposed to have a direct connection with the earth almost all the time in order to keep a absolute groundedness and to keep a healthy electromagnetic field. But we've been conditioned, or we have been given the rubber, the popularized is the rubber soled shoe, and it's been sold to everybody, right? So that's an insulating grounding. It's not allowing for the connection to the earth, right? And it's not just a shoe that is doing this. Everything is designed that way to imbalance the electromagnetic field. And if you have an imbalanced electromagnetic field, you can easily grow ill. It's just simple, right? So the also things like 5G, right? 5G is kind of damaging the electromagnetic field as well. Even the phones, right? The newest phones are designed this way, and everything is being designed this way because there's a reason behind it. A lot of the architecture, the geometries of the house, of just the way of the popularized architecture, the trend, and the way things need to be built according to regulations and whatnot, are designed in a certain way which imbalance the electromagnetic field. The materials to construct most types of houses, especially within a certain period, are all against the absolute balancing of the electromagnetic field, right? So balancing is one thing that you can do if you do it properly, or if you actually come into an absolute balance state. Then a lot of disease, or a lot of what you are contracting, corrupting factors cease by a very large percentage, right? This is very simple. So a lot of people can just keep themselves healthy if they just ground more often. Meditation is very great for keeping yourself healthy. See, you talk about meditation, and most people are like, well, how does meditation keep you healthy? Because meditation is linked to psychosomatics, and psychosomatics is when you are able to link the mind and the body to sustain a healthy state. See, so what you keep in the mind directly affects your physical body. This has been proven scientifically already, and this has always been known by ancient peoples. Your ancestors know this, though the whole thing has been lost due to the industrials' way of uprise and doing things disharmoniously. Everything is disharmonious, which is a reflection of the imbalanced electromagnetic field, right? So meditation can actually help you come into a centered state, and when you are in a centered or balanced state, you can literally just keep yourself healthy without application of anything. But this is just a fundamental. You can also work in applications as well. When we do application of anything, skip any type of pharmaceutical, skip any type of medication in the sense that has been taught to you, and go with an absolute herbalistic remedial effort. By this I mean just go with herbs, go with the earth, right? So you can utilize the earth's medicine, because that's the source of your life. The earth is the source of your life. The earth is your mother, so you take from your mother, she's gonna heal you. So you take the herb, right? And it's this simple. If you want to heal yourself of whatever it may be that you contract, the earth already has provided a solution, and it's the most natural, right? The earth can cure anything. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be the worst case of cancer. The earth is going to cure this. There's been many cases where people have cured cancer without any treatment from the cancer treatment centers, but more so with a cheaper and a more holistic, organic method. And it worked. The cancer treatments weren't working, but they were able to cure what was seemingly fatal in no time, with literally little to no money, probably, and holistic methods, natural methods. The earth cured them, right? Breathing, right? Pranayama, various different breathing techniques. Breathing is very, very important to keep your health, because breathing is what is keeping you bounded or tethered to the earth realm in the first place. So your status here on the earth realm depends entirely on your breathing. Otherwise you cease to be. If you don't have breath, then you can't stay here, you die. The difference between a dead person and an alive person is that an alive person is constantly breathing. A dead person has lost their breath. So they disconnected from the earth server, or they disconnected from the body at least. So if you want to keep the body healthy, you got to work the breath. You got to know how to play with your breath to keep a healthy state, because breath and chemistry are directly linked to each other. Your chemical state, your chemical status is directly linked to your breathing rhythm. So the moment that you're able to fluctuate at the breathing in certain rhythms and play with that in a way that the chemical status is balanced and healthy within yourself, then you can learn how to sustain that health or that balanced state, which is what health is. And then you can keep it that way through just breath. You don't need anything. You don't even need to apply herbs unless it calls for it, unless the contraction is extreme. But if you can sustain that healthy, balanced state through various different holistic methodings, then you don't need to apply anything, but you always can, right? So very, very simple. Connect with your body, connect your body to the earth, right? Ground yourself, discharge the positive ions, and negatively ground yourself, and balance, because the more positively overcharged you are, the more that you can easily tip into mental ailment. And the only way to balance that is to ground, because it needs not only to be positively charged, it needs a negative grounding. Otherwise you grow sick or you grow ill. And that's really all there is to it, because we are electromagnetic beings. But if you do apply things, you have to go with herbs. You don't have to, but herbs are the most efficient way of curing anything. Everything else is just in for your profiting. Everything else is to profit off of you and your ignorance. And it's that simple. Everything should be free, because if you go out into nature, everything is free. You could pick from the apple tree. The apple has everything that is needed to sustain your health. You pick herbs that are growing randomly and are abundant and continue growing in their own system, and they have everything that is needed to heal you, keep you fit and alive and balanced, grounded. If it's not for your profit through the pharmaceutical or whatever is looking after your health, then in the industrial world it doesn't make any sense. So skip that and just go straight back to the earth for your healing. It's that simple. Because the earth is going to heal you. It doesn't need money. It just needs you to regrow what you took from it, which is going to regrow by itself as long as you give back. You don't need to give back money, but you just need to at least regrow what you took, so it can grow back times 20 for anybody else who contracts an illness, right? So breathing, grounding, herbs, all these are perfect for keeping a health, right? Obviously, plenty of water. Fasting, you definitely want to fast. Fasting is very important, because if you don't fast, the body is corrupted. It's growing corrupt. Yeah, it's growing corrupt. Half of all disease is coming from the food that you're eating. And it's that simple. 50% of all the diseases that you're contracting comes from food. Because food has other things in it that your body doesn't need, and it just corrupts the body. This is why we have the waste. We have waste because the waste is an accumulation of everything that is wasted. It's not needed in the body, and it corrupts the body. It makes the body sick. So the body filters that out, and it removes that through our waste, our shit, right? So just fast a few days of the month, because this is how you cleanse yourself on a deeper level, on a cellular level. See, you got to clean the inner body, not just the outer body. You can be a model on the outside. You can be amazing, you can be beautiful on the outside, you can take care of yourself, but in the inside, if you're rotting away, it doesn't matter. Your energy is going to put people off. It's going to keep people away, right? If you're rotting on the inside, because you need to clean your insides, and that comes from the food you're eating. You need to eat properly. You need to fast. You can't let all these worms inhabit your body, because then they take over your mind and there's an alien invasion. And people are just killing each other because there's a parasitic invasion. And this is a deliberacy, right? This is it's a whole thing. But clean the body. You got to clean the inner body. You got to fast. You got to starve the over excessive parasitic growths. You got to rejuvenate the cellular level. You have to do these things, otherwise you grow ill. Your body knows how to do all this stuff as well. It's pre-programmed into you. This is something your body intuitively follows, like the birds. They follow the magnetic fields during a certain time or season. They feel that intuitively. You have that same intuition within you, and within that coding, that intuitive coding, is that way of health, that routine of health. You know how to fast, or you know when to fast, because this is what your body tells you on a subtler level, but you have to listen to it. Otherwise, you grow sick, and that's how natural selection is. It's the weakers, or the people who are not introduced to it are they get sick and they die away, or there's more percentage of them dying away until it's no longer a problem. Right? So parasites, that's what cancer is. Parasitic. Society is cancerous. Observe. Fast more. This is going to keep you healthy. Breathe more. This is going to immortalize you. Extend your life expectancy through breath. Food can kill you. Water can kill you. If you drink enough water, you can drown. If you eat enough food, you can suffocate. If you eat enough food, you can die from disease. If you drink enough water, you can die from disease. So breathe more. Rely on breath. Without breath, you can't live. So breath is probably more important than both water and food, right? It is more important than both water and food. Sunlight is the last thing I wanted to go over. Sunlight is a way we derive energy. Sunlight is literally our connection to source. So stay connected to source and eternal life through the unification of the polarity of energy, the feminine and the masculine, the solar energy, the lunar energy, and the earth. Connect with all these celestial bodies And in connecting, you can come into an absolute balanced state. And this balanced state is enough to keep you healthy from any disease that you may be able to contract, or that you may contract. But the whole thing is that you don't want to contract anything, which can be done if you just connect yourself to source. Because the energy that you get from source is potent enough to keep you from contracting any disease. That's simple. Do thank everybody for watching once again. Peace out, one love, and have a great evening.